The series of Star Trek Picard is heating up, with episode 6 teaser seeming to suggest that we'll get more action than many of us have been wanting. Let's jump in and break down the teaser for the upcoming episode. Hey everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. Today we're talking about episode 6 of Star Trek Picard titled The Impossible Box. Based on the teaser trailer we've seen for this episode, it looks like things are about to get a bit more crazy on the Borg cube, also known as the artifact. So let's break down and analyse the teaser trailer. As a reminder, this video will contain spoilers for Star Trek Picard Season 1, also potential spoilers for the upcoming Episode 6. You have been warned. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Trek Central for more Star Trek videos. Alright, let's go. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the teaser in this video due to copyright reasons. If you wish to watch it, I'll leave a link down below to our Twitter and Facebook pages which display the video region free, meaning you can watch it anywhere in the world. I am sorry about this, but it's something we have to kind of deal with at the moment, and I don't know when it's going to change, but hopefully you can watch it via Twitter and Facebook. Now, the synopsis for this episode reads as the following. Picard and his crew track Soji to the Borg cube in Romulan space, resurfacing haunting memories for Picard. Meanwhile, Narek believes he has finally found a way to safely exploit Soji for information. The first scene on the teaser opens with the La Sirena at warp with Chris Rios narrating that in a few hours their crew will be on a Borg cube without authorization. Most likely this is referencing that the cube is under the control of the Romulans, therefore Picard and the crew kinda need authorization ahead of time. The question is, how do they get that authorization? Well, there is an old friend in the form of Hugh on board the cube. Thanks to the third episode of Picard, we know that Hugh serves as the executive director of the Borg research project on Borg the Cube, so we'll be able to let his old friend on board, in theory. As La Sirena comes out of warp, we do get this great shot of the cube itself, with Dr. Jurati commenting that the cube is indeed under Romulan control. Speaking of Jurati, I do wonder how she's going to explain what happened in the last episode with Bruce Maddox. If I had to theorise and speculate, I'm guessing she'll wipe the EMH records and deny any involvement. Though I wonder if Rios will start to get suspicious about what's going on around his ship, especially as he has had bad experiences with starships and crews before. This is certainly going to get interesting and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. We then move to a few shots of Soji in some form of panic as she frantically goes through a locker, attempting to find something of importance it seems. It's then revealed she's been looking through some photographs of her and her sister Daj, as well as family life. Picard comments on the scene with, I believe she is close to discovering who she really is, alluding to the fact that Soji is a synthetic life form. Flashing through a couple of very quick scenes, we treated Jean-Luc Picard and Hugh quickly running through the corridors of the Borg cube. I'm thinking this is them both searching for Soji. Don't forget, Hugh also took a liking to Soji who he calls Dr. Asher. Before we go to the next scene, there is a 1-second scene of what appears to be Narek twisting a box with symbols on it. This box we have seen before in trailers for Star Trek Picard, and it must be of some importance. It's worth noting that the episode name could potentially link to it, being The Impossible Box. Now moving forward, we do get this weird scene of what looks like to be some form of ritual. As long as it's not like those supposed Borg rituals Narek described in episode 4, I think we'll be fine, because that was weird. I mean, like, really weird, okay? I don't care if you like the scene, it was still weird in my opinion. Anyway, this room is somehow constructed of what looks like wood with a bunch of lights scattered around the room. Whether this is a holodeck or someone has actually put this type of material on the cube, it's not made clear as of yet. Narek, as mentioned, is close to exploiting Soji for more information. Many, including us, are theorising that this room and its process is a way to get the information he needs. He commentates over the scene with the following creepy line. The journey always starts with the closing of the eyes, as Soji closes her eyes to initiate the journey into the unknown. The following scene seems to suggest that Soji has activated and has kinda gone sorta berserk. This is similar to how Daj acted when she activated, in that she would do anything to defend herself from an attacker or being imprisoned. Here it seems like the room Soji is in is filled with some sort of toxin, possibly to harm her. It's unknown of the purpose right now. Further scenes show Soji crawling across the floor, perhaps she's being incapacitated by the mysterious toxin that has been released into the room she's in. Evidently Narek is most likely behind this, and it'll probably be revealed through his episode. Either way, she's in imminent danger. Picard and Hugh are on the case with him finding a ripped picture of Soji and Daj in her quarters. Picard does say, you must take me to her now. It's interesting the way he says this, as it's very harsh and straight to the point. Perhaps due to this being very urgent and pressing. Most likely, as mentioned, Soji is in imminent danger. If you watch the trailer for yourself, let me know what you thought of the scene, but the way Patrick Stewart says now, as Picard, is very sincere and straight to the point. Now we also get this very creepy scene of Narissa, our pop was still on screen now, who looks like something out of a horror movie. Not sure why, I just get strong creepy and horror vibes from this shot. Seriously, stare at this image for too long and you'll be seeing it in your dreams. Anyway, moving forward. Cut to last Serena and Raffi, who appears to be monitoring the crew. She mentions that they are in serious trouble. We know that Picard has gone over to the cube, but who else to warrant the we comment? Perhaps Picard has taken Elnor with him as a bodyguard. This would make sense as press photos and earlier trailers suggest that Elnor and Hugh would be on the cube and looking at each other together. I don't know what's going on there, but something weird is. Finally, some quick moving scenes seem to suggest Picard being grabbed by Borg drones. Now, whether this takes place on the cube or it's a haunting nightmare of Picard's is up for discussion. I personally think it could be both, but I'm excited to see it either way. Another scene of the impossible box is shown. This time it's open to reveal a figure. Perhaps the box is similar to a Rubik's Cube of sorts. Once a puzzle is solved, it reveals what's inside, and you've completed it and can kind of see what's inside this box. A box typically contains something, so there's going to be something inside it. Either way, I'm keen to see how the episode title links to the actual episode story itself. And there we have it, episode 6 of Star Trek Picard looks to be an exciting one. Let's talk about what might happen in this episode though. We're going to be speculating and theorising right now, so take anything we say with a pinch of salt, as these are our own opinions on the episode ahead. Personally, I think we're going to be seeing some sort of Borg drone revolt or activation. CBS dropped a hint and a flashback to episode 2 of Picard with the Romulan guard warning about the grey zone and if your badge flashes green, you should run. This might be the case on board the Borg cube, but it remains to be seen. I personally would love to see some Borg drone simulation in 2020. The Romulans have been pushing their weight around on this cube for some years now. If the Borg suddenly reconnected and activated this cube, it would be a rather interesting episode to see, though whether the Borg Collective can reconnect is a big question, as Narek did explain in episode 2, they essentially see it as a graveyard, so I doubt they'd reconnect unless somebody accidentally activates something. That'll be a pretty interesting one to see. Or Hugh might be behind a revolt. Either way, I want to see this. If I had to speculate about Soji and Narek, I think we're really going to see Narek pull out all his cards in this episode. He is personally running out of time as his sister, Narissa, is on his tail of her approach at dealing with Soji and extracting information, though we all know how well that went on Earth last time. Now remember that Star Trek Picard releases weekly on Thursdays via CBS All Access and CTV Sci-Fi Canada, also Crave. Then on Fridays via Amazon Prime Video for international viewers. If you do want to watch the teaser for episode 6, you can find links to it via the video below. You can also find our breakdown and review for episode 5 titled Stardust City Rag. It was one of the best episodes so far in my opinion, so don't forget to watch it. Okay everyone, that wraps up our breakdown and speculation for Star Trek Picard episode 6. If you're excited about this episode or have your own theories about what might happen, then be sure to let us know via the video comment section below. If you do want to keep up to date with all things Star Trek, then make sure to subscribe to Trek Central here on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates, or visit our community Discord server. All links are available via the video description below. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, and will of course see you next time. Goodbye.